My name's Amanda Knight, and I first started coming to Arancia because I just felt very uncomfortable in my body. I had 2 C-sections, and I definitely felt like there was scar tissue, and I had done some researching that can cause other issues. So the pain I was having in my neck and in my pelvis, I thought could be related to that. Google searching, I had heard of the term myofascial release, so I was just looking for providers in Rhode Island, and then I found Arancia and saw that Dr. Jess was trained in this method that seems to be like the method for myofascial release, so I decided to pursue there. I had tried everything else. I've done chiropractic, I've done every single kind of exercise and yoga. I tried massaging my scar myself. I spent a ton of money on massage. Not to knock that, because it's really great for a lot of things, but it just wasn't giving me long-lasting relief. So when I called the office and talked about my issue, I just felt like this was the best next step. That you understood that some of what I've experienced, or all of it, could be from the scar tissue, and that it's working on your bigger muscle groups is great, and that's, I think, part of this, but like that I had to release what could be holding all that. So understanding that, and that's what your focus was, it was just an easy decision from there. That there's a clear path, like that there's a clear path, and that you're gonna get to the root of the issue. Like you might have to see me and like get to know my body in different ways, but like eventually like it's gonna get to the root of the issue. So it just felt like it was an easy decision. So this is a little unfair to other people, but I actually am in healthcare consulting, and I'm just gonna be super honest. I'm not a health economist, but a lot of what I do is around that. So I totally understand how health insurance works and have a different perspective on going that route. But I've used health insurance to get services, but like my understanding is that they look at things differently, not as holistic as they need to be. So I didn't question why Arancia goes outside of that. For me, that actually made me want to see them more, because I was like, they must be doing something that is just so holistic and so comprehensive in what people's bodies actually need, that's why they can't conform to the traditional route. So it made a lot of sense to me, and I didn't really have any reservations. It was more about prioritizing myself. So it wasn't like I was waiting to invest the money or anything. It was just, I had a young child and older children. Like there was just a lot going on, and I think most moms go through that. Like you struggle to pull the trigger to say, okay, now I'm gonna fix me. And I finally did, thank goodness. I was physically being pulled down by my C-section scarring. I also think because I do work at a computer, I think it just exacerbated everything, and I got to such a point where I lost like my muscle connection. I'm being pulled down, and then I'm in these situations where I'm being just like restricted further. So yeah, it was pretty tough. Feeling comfortable in my body, definitely. Living pain-free. Just thinking that this is how is normal. Like I think I've even actually said that to doctors, like, oh, that's a normal, like pain that during intimacy. Like there's just so many things that I thought were normal. And I think depending on who you talk to, will tell you that it's normal, but it's not. Like I mentioned, so I've done everything. Regular massages, chiropractic, which I still think it's a good complementary thing, but it's not going to get the relief like myofascial release. Every single kind of exercise. I'm big into yoga, but the thing is, you can't really get the relief from yoga if you're being restricted. So now that I've done this, now I see the benefits of yoga even more. So, but I've tried it all. Huge, like I mentioned, so more comfortable with intimacy, more comfortable in my own body. Like, I actually just went back to work full time, and I am not having anxiety about, am I gonna be in intense pain at the end of the day, because overall I'm more relaxed. And then if I do get tension, I know where I hold it, I know my holding patterns, so I can better adjust them myself. I feel like you're getting fixed. So it just doesn't feel like you're going to some place and they're doing what they have to do. And I'm not knocking the regular healthcare system, but it's a system that's designed a certain way, and you have to conform. Like here, you feel like people have the luxury in a way to actually get to the root of your issue. So that's the best thing about coming here, is that they're gonna figure it out. Yeah, it's huge. I would say if you are feeling things like I said I had, like you feel restricted, you feel tight, you have pain during sex, or you even have pain working out, like not even necessarily pain, but you're like, why doesn't my shoulder move this way? Or why does my neck, why do my traps take over? Like there's so many things that are fixed through myofascial release. So I would say if you've tried different things and it's not working, or if you're experiencing these things, skip trying all those things, because you won't get the full benefit out of them if you are restricted. Oh, just like you go through life differently. Like your body's more open, so you're kind of more emotionally open. And I think it's all tied to, because there's a definitely emotional component for me. Part of the reason why you feel restricted sometimes is when you undergo stress or anxiety, that's where you're holding it. But you just feel lighter, you feel younger. I actually feel like I look a little younger because my posture is better. But yeah, I would describe it to someone as just saying, you're going to move through life differently because you're going to feel less tied down by pain and restriction in your body. It's hard to, okay, so that's hard because a lot of things have changed, but I think one of the most tangible things to describe is, like I mentioned, I'm into yoga and breath work and everything. When I do my breath work now, I actually feel like I can breathe. Like my diaphragm and my chest opens up and I get that feeling of just, so that's the best, like that's the most tangible difference I can see. Well, no, because in everything I do, in yoga postures, I actually, instead of holding postures, I'm just in them and it feels good. I can't pinpoint it, I'm sorry. There's so many different things, and like with like being with my husband is different too, because it's so much more comfortable. I would just say to just, if you've tried different things, if you just feel like something is off in your body, or if you feel tension because you have a lot of stress in the, I mean, this is definitely the way to go. It just makes so much sense, especially like after having children, or even people that just go through any sort of trauma, little or big, like our body holds it. So like, some people might think it sounds woo-woo, but it's not. it's what a lot of us I think need. So I would definitely say it's worth giving it a try, and once you try it, then you'll see.